Y'all, I was just in bed relaxing, and I guess I ate around like 1 p.m. and I felt like the food was trying to come up. Like, hello? You know, because my time of the month, I be going through it. That's something y'all don't know about me, but I be going through it, let's just put it that way. And I was just resting because it's towards the end of that wild journey, and I was like, I need to come for a walk. And I also realized that I am due for a long form video, but I don't necessarily have like the thing to say, so we're just gonna vibe as I walk this food off. I had like salad and 2 slices of pizza. That was hours ago. Like, body, what are we doing? But anyway, for those that don't know, hi, my name is Davielle. Welcome back to my channel. I really appreciate you being here. Look at this. Oh, their mailbox is so cute. I feel like life lately has been very sporadic. I've been out and about a lot. Oh my gosh. By the way, I'm into gardening, so walking by these people's homes. Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh, so cool. I was in Cali, so I'm gonna go all over the place. Just my mind goes everywhere. But living in Cali, I was so in awe of like all the things that grow in California, like pomegranates, lemon trees left and right. And these people will let the lemons go bad, like fall on the floor, and there was a bunch rotten because they just have an abundance of it, I guess. Avocados, I mean, you name it. They just grow it right in their front yard, never mind backyard. I don't even know what their backyard looks like. And I had this belief that the East Coast doesn't grow food. And man, have I been so wrong. I'm seeing pears. I just passed by a pear tree. Obviously, we always had apple trees, but I didn't see it in people's yards, you know? But I'm seeing a lot of that. I've been seeing some, I don't really see oranges or lemons, really, but peaches, pears, all that. And I'm just impressed. I'm just like, wow. I think cucumbers I've seen recently. There's a community garden I passed by, and that's really been making me so happy to see. So yeah, by the way, East Coast, I'm not sleeping on East Coast no more. I think it's so cool to see all the things that can grow. I'm looking at mountains. I'm such a nature girly. I can't even focus, y'all. Well, this is real life. I can't even focus on this video. Oh my gosh, like East Coast is just so beautiful. And let's talk about that. There's so many people out there that's like, oh, my hometown, I'm so annoyed with it, blah, blah, blah. And listen, I was right there with you. I was right there with you complaining about East Coast and how annoying it is and how boring. And there's just nothing here. I promise you, my divine team was like, all right, go ahead, travel. Go ahead, live in these other places, right? And you're gonna find gratitude for these places. And mind you, even when I was going through a lot, if you know my story, then you know that there were some challenges in these places. I went to Miami and California specifically, but there were really great moments too. Like we were in and out of hotels, you know, really nice hotels in really nice areas, and got to see so much. And I have to say, there's still this love that you have for your hometown, the OG place that you grew up in. It's just, you find more love for it after you leave for a little while. And that's kind of what happened. Like, even though there were beautiful moments with these other places, it's like really the cliche thing of there's no place like home. It came to life for me. It's like God was like, I'm gonna help you appreciate where you come from. And I think part of that lesson was when you leave somewhere out of anger, out of frustration, out of I'm gonna get better elsewhere, it's almost like you're chasing away the best experiences, if that makes sense. It's like you're looking for a high, so now God has to kind of humble you. Versus when you're so at peace with where you're at that you now just want to go to explore, you want to go to experience, that opens way more doors. And I'm learning that. The more you're just frustrated, even when it comes to relationships, that's taught me even with dating. I can try to force something. Why is he hitting me up? What's going on? That just makes them pull further away, or it makes it more toxic. But when I'm just at peace, I'm just like, oh, you have the right to be who you want to be. I'm just going to be myself, whether that's vulnerability, you know, it's like, that's really taught me so much. I could have just been real, like, okay, my hometown, there's something missing. Oh my gosh, this yard is so huge and just like deep. I don't want to be too like, oh my gosh, it's so nice. So pretty, it looks like a whole different area. It's like countryside. Wow, so cool. This is like so cool. But yeah, it's just this thing where when you find neutrality in where you're at, despite the challenges, like you can still vocalize the challenges, you know, but when you try to run away from where you are or like try to force something else to fit because you're so dissatisfied, that same energy you put into that new thing is what's going to come out of it. Like if you're running to this new state because you're so sick of this state, you're still going or running or heading to this next state or this next situation out of frustration. So that energy, when you think of energy, that is what we can talk about. The energy you put into something matters. I'm learning that in the most insane, humbling way. And so I'm just falling in love with the East Coast, long story short. I'm falling in love when it comes to, for example, relationships and dating. I'm falling in love with me time and loving on me, that I don't have to obsess over a man and over this. It doesn't mean I don't value it. It just means I'm so good with me that anything else that happens is an addition. So if, for example, I have an opportunity to move, I'm not moving out of state or whatever the case may be because, oh, thank God, finally, I'm so sick and tired of the East Coast. Fuck this. I want to go south. I want to blah, 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 right? There's that energy. And then there's, wow, I just think this is a great opportunity. I'm really content with where I'm at, but I'm excited to see what else is out there. Now my heart is more open. And that energy sounds like it's not that big a deal, but it really is. It does kind of shape your experience because you're not going into something from a place of lack, from a place of expectation. Because if your hometown is boring and annoying, your expectation is that this new place, ooh, what are these? Ah, I think we found some peaches. I think that's a peach tree. Ah, beautiful. I haven't seen a fully ripe peach yet. And I've passed like 10 peach trees. So cool. Shit, what was I saying? Oh yeah, just like the energy you put into it, it just shows that like you're not desperate. You know, desperation breeds a level of dissatisfaction, truly. Like when you're desperate to make something work, desperate that something happens or goes a certain way because you expect this thing, oh my gosh, it's the worst. And even when my divine team, I don't know if y'all know, my sister connects with the divine and they speak through her. They'll speak through her and they just like, expectation is what really destroys humans. I'm gonna turn back around because the sidewalk is ending. Hold on, y'all. I keep forgetting what I'm saying. Either way, the point is going through something and feeling emotions is inevitable. So don't ever hide what you're feeling. Like if you're genuinely like, I'm so excited to get out of here, whatever, fine. It doesn't mean that the next experience is gonna be horrible. It just means be mindful of your energy. Oh, that's what I was talking about, the divine, right? My sister connecting, and they said that yes, expectation is what messes us humans up the most. It's this thing where it's supposed to be this way, right? Or you meet this person, you go on a date, and you're already visualizing husband energy or whatever the case may be. And that's beautiful. Visualization and belief and understanding and trust and knowing and intuition, that's beautiful. But then it's like acting on that expectation or demanding that that expectation happens. And when it doesn't, it's annoying, it's frustrating. That's when we psych ourselves out. That's when we sabotage. And they've really made that so clear in so many ways, even with money, honestly. Whew. Yeah, I have so much to say about money, and it's a touchy subject, so I'm not really so ready to talk about it, but since we're kikiing and I'm just being myself, there was one time we were guided to just be like, pray and just say, God, I ask that you open doors, all type of doors, except for the doors of except for opening doors that require money. Like everything that just doesn't require money. At one point, me and my sister had to say that. And we were so confused why. But it was because there was a part of us that was so obsessed with making money, needing money to come in, fucking like assuming that money is the only reason why we're going through X, Y, and Z. When in reality, there were other reasons why we were going through it. There was a level of connection that we were missing within ourselves, within our self-worth. A lack of risk, right? Money can be here, but if you're not gonna take the right risk, the money gonna go and leave. You know what I'm saying? So God was like, y'all don't get it. Y'all think y'all want something, but in reality, you need to find peace with where you're at. And that's what opens doors. That's what opens healthy doors. Because don't get me wrong, you can open any door you want. You tired and sick and tired of something, you can go. You can take a leap. But that energy is going to reflect. You know, I've given this example many times, but I wanted a relationship. I got a fiance that was like, let's go. Hey, come on. And he wanted what he wanted, how he wanted it. And I had to be like, okay, yes. And I had to be like, hold up. was frustrated and needed to be in a relationship, that I attracted someone that needed me to show up a certain way. And I was like, oh shit, I did this to myself. Hold up, I need to recalibrate. This actually doesn't work for me. And I know my divine team be in the background like, duh, we try to tell you that, but you don't listen. So imagine me right now being pissed that I don't got kids, I don't got a husband, I don't got this. I'm just like, God, this is your plan. Whatever you want for me. Hey, look, whatever you want for me. Because there is a level of peace. There is a level of getting to know myself that I'm doing. And I feel like I'm going everywhere. But yeah, that was the overall message I was getting. When it comes to like wanting more, that's okay. But to call in that thing that you want more of, it starts with being at peace with where you're at. Be at peace with what's happening. It doesn't mean that where you're at and what's going on is perfect. It just means finding gratitude. Yeah, you may not have everything you want. Maybe dinner is tough, whatever the case may be. But like, is there gratitude in, wow, I got to have a bag of chips and I haven't had these chips in a while because things have been tough? Or, wow, I do have X, Y, and Z. And I know we hear this all the time. But oh my gosh, I am a testimony that has helped me so much to just find gratitude for the people even in my life. And it's not that they're perfect or that I tolerate everything. It's just, you can be in my life and I also have boundaries. I'm not obsessed with getting away from you. I'm obsessed with my truth. And so now when I speak my truth, that is when naturally things move the way that they need to. But when I hold back and I'm just assuming or expecting something of somebody, that's when I fall short and I remove myself and what I need. And I just focus on why aren't they doing this and why aren't they doing that? Instead, I was just like, no, I'm not doing this. Like, for example, I was gonna, there was someone that wanted to hang out and they kept really insisting on hanging out. And so I made it clear, like, yeah, I do have plans and all that. And that same day when I was like, when they were like, oh, they kind of dismissed it again that I had plans. And they're like, oh, by the way, I could stop by at X, Y, and Z if you're free. And I was just like, as I mentioned, today doesn't work for me. Enjoy yourself though. And I had to be stern, and I didn't hear back from this person afterwards. And there's a little like, oh, like, did they feel away? And I had to just check back in and be like, anyway, I spoke my truth with love. And that's just what it is. I didn't expect them or like cuss them out. Like, why would they ignore that? That's what they want to do. That's no problem. I'm not going to waste my energy trying to understand why someone did that. That's their business. What I'm going to put energy in is what I have to say to that person, but saying it with love and peace. And lo and behold, a few days later, I heard from them and it was fine. And it's not anything romantic or anything with this person. It's just, oh, my truth matters. And if it doesn't matter to you in that moment, I'm going to remind you respectfully and then I'm going to move on. And whatever happens, happens. I'm not going to attach to like, oh, because I said this, now things are going to be rocky or have an attitude with you. No. Clean slate. It's cool. I'm just noting that I do have to put my boundaries up if you start to ignore it. You know what I mean? Finding peace in life as it is and not wanting everything to change and be a certain way all the damn time has really helped me. And it doesn't mean that I don't slip into the bullshit, okay? Like, I'm human. I'm gonna have my moments of like, why isn't this town this way or why am I not? But when you go through some things in life, you start to realize that life ain't that bad. Hold up. I was a little dramatic. So now I get to walk around and get to digest my food while looking for fruit trees, and I don't have to stress about what's happening next, even when my life isn't perfect. I'm just taking everything for what it is, face value, and then we go from there, and that's been so peaceful. I think there was a part of me that was fighting the current so much. Where I'm at now is good, and I can still dream big. I can still want more. I can still strive for more without feeling frustrated. It's just talking to God. I talk to God all day, every day about anything, just casually, like, God, what you think? How would I look if I was driving this car, doing this thing, and it's just, I'ma still walk proudly. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I have to walk, I'm tired of walking, what the fuck, girl, no, stop. It's just like, I'm excited for when the day comes, but I'm not going to be so ridiculous. But I'm gonna be prepared if there's a risk that needs to be taken. But in the meantime, I'm working on my energy and I'm working to make sure that I'm content with where I'm at now, so that when I take the leap is healthy, the leap is wholesome, the leap is a vibe. I think it's a cool concept to talk about, but when you're in it, it's challenging. So if you are going through anything and you're like, hold up, I hear you, Davielle, but shit's hard, or like things are really tough, I promise you I can understand and empathize, sympathize, all the above with you in different categories and timing of my life. I've been through some things, okay? I get you, I hear you. It just takes practice. It just takes a level of acceptance that you may not be used to. With time, you get there. Okay, I'm gonna turn back around and the sun's gonna not face me, so the lighting is gonna be horrid, but all good. But yeah, that's basically the message, I guess. I had no idea what I was gonna talk about, but here we are. Other than that, things have been what they have been. I've been pretty good, feeling better, so I'm just like happy to be outside right now. Either way, I hope you guys are doing good. I hope all is well, and if it isn't, I pray that you find gratitude for the little things. It is the little things that matter, truly. And I know that may sound difficult in certain aspects of your life, but I promise that is what helped me get through. So yeah, I'm sending you so much love, and I'm hugging you tightly. Like, comment, share, subscribe, support your girl if you'd like, and if not, it's all good. Thank you either way for being here. Okay, I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.